And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Baseball coming up on this Memorial Day. It's the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Chicago Cubs.
Just about set to go now. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Ben Brown.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Now it's the DH, Jordan Beck. And that's downstairs. And this one is off and running. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Next to hit, Ezequiel Tovar. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
No ball, one strike.
Right through there for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
And that one a little bit high.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with two strikes here. I love it.
Full count.
In the dirt, but kept close. Not in time. He's safe. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Runner at second, nobody out. Hit in the air, left field. He's got it, and there's one away. Here's Bud Black's lineup for the Colorado Rockies. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Goodman getting ready to hit. And it finds its way through for a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
No, he's safe.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
One out, runner at second. There's Ryan McMahon now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Goodman, the runner at second with one away. Fouled off. He was late. That's outside.
1-2.
Now 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Good eye right there. Man at second. Drilled out towards left center field. That one's deep. Into the basket and gone. Home run. And they boost their lead. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And now Brenton Doyle. In there at the knees. That is strike 2.
No ball.
1 out,
2
bases
strikes.
empty. That misses the
1-2.
zone. 1-2 to count. And down on strikes. And there's 2 down.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Michael
Ball.
Tolia in now. Takes
One
ball
ball,
1 off
no
the plate.
strike.
Fastball for a strike. 2 outs, bases empty. And a seed into center. That's a base hit.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner at first with 2 away. Next to hit for the Rockies, Mickey Moniak. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, with this many
1-0.
pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Close, but called the ball. And it's 2-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That's
Ball.
inside. And now 3-0. There's a strike.
3-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now
Ball,
2
ball.
on
Take your base.
and 2 outs.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
Nick Martini will hit. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. pitch. Fly ball to right. And that is that. But the Rocks bring in 2 on this big fly. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, pitching in our game today, Antonio Senzatella. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Ian Happ leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Ball 1 there.
1-1.
On the ground to third. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Dansby Swanson.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Kyle Tucker, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Fouled off left side. And the 0-2. Ground ball right side. Sends it to Tolia. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first.
Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the Rockies 3 and the Cubs nothing. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Adael Amador. Brown back to work. That's in there. 0-1.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
Oh, 0-2 now. That one missed. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out in the second.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Jordan Beck, the next to hit. That one misses in the dirt. Beck hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH, and that's down and away. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
That's foul.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
Next offering down in the dirt.
Full count.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Next to hit, Ezekiel Tovar. Fly to center his first time. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Up the middle. Whips it to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Rockies 3 and the Cubs nothing. We head to the bottom of the second, and now it's Dansby Swanson.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Popped up. Makes the grab, 1 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate now. That's ball 1. Way inside. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike 1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Next offering upstairs. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Moniak on the move. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Batting 6, the second baseman, Nico.
2 down, bases empty. Nico Hoerner, the next Cub to hit. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. That clips the zone. That's strike 1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting 7, the first baseman.
Now it's Justin Turner.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Turner with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
2 outs. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. Now at the plate, Matt Shaw. First offering, and it just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Horner on second. Turner on at first with 2 down. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Cubs strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. Here at Wrigley Field, all set for the start of the inning. So in now for Colorado, Hunter Goodman. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Rockies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Ball 1.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he's back out here for the 3rd, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper is looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
And that's a fair ball.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always
Now
easy
batting.
seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
McMahon.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The next offering misses, and 1-1.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
2-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Nobody out, runner at first. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
First and second, no outs. Next for Colorado, Brenton Doyle.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong brings it in with a nice running grab.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Here's Michael Tolia, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fastball for a strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
That one fouled off. Grounder might be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it over to first. Safe.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mickey Moniak.
So up next, Mickey Moniak. He reached on a walk his first time.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Check swing, and he went strike 1.
1 strike.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 2 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Rockies 3 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And the
off
batter now
for
is
the
Reese
Cubs,
McGuire.
The catcher, Reese McGuire.
Let's go, Reese.
That clips the corner.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
No balls. 2 strikes.
And now
1-2.
1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Amador tosses to first.
That's an out.
Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Back to the top of the lineup. Ian Happ up to hit. Grounded out his first time. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. And that one wrapped foul. Happ lays off. And there's a ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now back.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that one is lifted in the air. Martini under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at the friendly confines. Start of the 4th. Here's the left fielder, Nick Martini. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
The batter, number 1, second baseman,
Adael Amador.
Amador
Digs in now. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That's in there, and that is strike 1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Martini into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. And now it's 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Martini stands at second with no outs. That one misses, and the count now even up. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Now pitching for the
Ryan
Chicago
Brazier
Cubs,
taking over on the mound.
number
Well, at this point of the
54.
ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And next is the designated hitter, Jordan Beck, 1 for 2. That one finds the zone, and that's strike
No
one.
ball. One strike.
Just
ball.
missed. One out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4. Outside with a breaking ball.
Full count.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Pretty interesting pitch sequence in that at bat. Instead of attacking with the fastball early in the count to get ahead, it was all off speed until the very last pitch to put him away. And pretty impressive to have the fastball command right when you need it. He just kind of kept it in his pocket until he wanted to blow him away.
Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. 0 for 2 in this one. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
And that one missing low. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. The 1-1 is fouled off. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 1 hit, 1 left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Rockies 3 and the Cubs nothing. And we're back. John
Leading off
Sciambi and
for
Chris
the
Singleton
Cubs,
with you.
the right
And
fielder,
leading off the bottom of the
Seiya
4th, Seiya Suzuki.
Suzuki.
There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
On the ground to the left.
That's a foul ball.
And that's just foul. Ball one there. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I know that was a ground ball,
Now
but it was
batting,
absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Dansby Swanson stands in. He popped out his first time. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, if they're looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
First and second. No outs. Crow Armstrong will hit next. He's 0 for 1.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Next offering is in for a strike. High fly ball down the left field line. Martini makes the play. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico Horner.
So here's Horner now, and he's already singled in this game. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
0-1 down. Fought off foul.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
He's got to be frustrated with that call. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Justin Turner now. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. That is upstairs for ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Two outs. This one in the air, center field. Doyle under it, and that will end the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field, we go to the top of the 5th. Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman. Brazier back to work. Goodman goes 5 feet 11 inches, 210 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2021. And that's in for a strike. Swings through that.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And downstairs. That one well upstairs. 3-2 now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count,
Now
but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Rockies, Ryan McMahon. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Swinging a foul straight back. Runner at first with no outs here. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Man at first, one away. And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout. So 2 down now, and here is Michael Toglia. First pitch, and he just misses. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Goodman coming home. He'll score easily, and it's 4-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. A strikeout and a walk. In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0. So a man aboard. Next to hit for the Rockies, Nick Martini. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Fastball for a strike. Moniak off of first with 2 away. Check on the runner. Moniak back on a dive. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Two outs. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. They put two on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and one left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Rockies 5 and the Cubs nothing. We head to the bottom of the fifth. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. Fastball for a strike at 95.
You know, these Cubs just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here's Reese McGuire.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
1-2.
In the dirt. The Rockies leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 8.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati. Grew up in Pittsburgh. That one's in there. It's 0-1. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Now batting.
Here's Kyle Tucker. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. That's in for a strike. Swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two on, one out. Inside.
1-2.
And the count is 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And now 2-2. One out. Runners at first and second. And that one hit to first. To Tovar. On to first. Double play. And that's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Rockies 5 and the Cubs nothing. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Adael Amador. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Drew Pomeranz up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Keller also throwing. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Happ hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jordan.
So the lineup flips over.
Beck.
Next for the Rockies is the DH, Jordan Beck. 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that is out of play. He swings and fouls one off. Outside low, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Now it's the shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tovar tries to hold up, appeal to first, and that's a swing according to umpire Ed Drummond. The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Here at Wrigley Field, and now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Leading off for the Cubs, the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
And a foul ball. Here's a 1-1. Sliced hard but foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Goes down looking. Swanson
The
digs
batter,
in.
number 7.
You talk about
Shortstop,
elite defensive
Yankee.
players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this
Swanson.
guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about
Ball
is
one.
how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. And there's a foul ball.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Sends it to Tolia.
Number
2 up,
4.
2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
That one's in there. 0-2 now. And
Ball.
it skips in the dirt.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground to third. Tosses to first.
Out.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Cubs are down quietly. It's 5-0.
Now pitching for
Here's
the
a new
Chicago
pitcher from the
Cubs.
pen, Brad Keller.
Number
Well, they
40.
need someone to stop the bleeding and
Brad
keep the score right where it is.
Keller.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Hunter Goodman
Leading off
digging in for the
Colorado,
Rockies.
catcher, Hunter Goodman.
And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike.
All these Rockies doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say their chase rate or swings at pitches outside the zone is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Next pitch is outside.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
McMahon.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan McMahon. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch you'll see in this at bat to hit.
And that drops in for a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Close, but called a ball. 2-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And that's
Full count.
outside. That's out to center field. Crow Armstrong snags it. 2 away now.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brenton
2 outs,
Doyle.
base is empty. Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Just off the inside edge. The 1-1 is fouled off. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Rockies 5 and the Cubs nothing.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new
Colorado.
pitcher here to start the bottom of
Number
the 7th.
36.
Zach Agnos.
And you know, bullpen guys can
Agnos.
struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness
Leading
matters
off
in
for
situations
the
like
Cubs,
this as well.
The second baseman,
Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Horner.
Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the... Oh, and that deflects off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And that's out number 1
The
on a
first
tough
baseman,
play.
number 3.
Really nice job to get your
Justin
first out of the ball game.
Turner.
Here's Justin Turner.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one outside, ball 1. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%. Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Outside corner, got him looking.
The third baseman, number 6.
2 down, base is empty. And next for the Cubs,
Shaw.
Matt Shaw. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
He just threw that
One
fastball
strike.
by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And a foul ball. The Rockies leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th.
1-2.
Up the middle. Nice grab. Throws from his knees. What a play. Inning over.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Chicago
and a new
Cubs,
arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Drew
45.
Pomeranz.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So digging in, Michael Toglia. That misses, and that's ball one. Pomerantz, a tall lefty, 36 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Knee high, that's in for a strike. That catches the outside corner. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
This one in the air. Corner. And there's two away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And here is Nick Martini. Gets the call. That's strike one. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the eighth.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
To third, and it stays fair. And he can't come up with it. Now he turns and heads for second. Still manages a throw, and he'll make it to second base with two gone.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here's the second baseman, Adael Amador. In there, and it's 0-1. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat.
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. The Rockies strand one, but they hold a 5-0 lead. On to the bottom of the eighth, and here's the catcher, Reese McGuire.
Reese McGuire.
Agnos back to work.
Ball, that's
and that one is downstairs. 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The other way, and that's a fair ball.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Anytime you
The
rip a
left
line
fielder,
drive
number
the other
8,
way, you feel
Ian.
really good about what
Happ.
you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now here is Ian Happ in the dirt. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
1-1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Double play ball to second. Off balance speed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Now batting.
Tough
the
play right
deputy
there.
hitter,
Didn't really have enough time to
Kyle.
set his feet and make a strong,
Tucker.
accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. 0 for 3 in this one. And takes low for ball one. That one to first. To Tovar. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting
Now
away.
batting,
Well, they had the
right
chance to
fielder,
turn it 2 right there,
Vega.
but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to
Suzuki.
transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Tucker leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch is outside. And that one fouled off. Two outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. In the dirt. And now a man into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boo. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Off the mark there, and the count's full.
Full count.
And foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a
The
lot
batter,
of
number
pitches and
7.
ends up drawing the walk.
Shortstop,
Very gritty.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. The shortstop takes the ball. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Seth Halverson getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Kinley warming up as well. Two on, 2 outs. And the 1-0 misses low.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That catches the corner. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two on, two outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They take the force out, and that is the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. New inning getting started. Here's Colorado's DH, Jordan Beck. Just missed.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The batter, the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
So in now for Colorado, Ezekiel Tovar. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. Misses off the inside, and the count even 1-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Good job to fight that one off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Suzuki makes the grab, and there's two down.
Now batting, catcher
Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing here this half. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Rockies 5 and the Cubs nothing. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Seth Halverson.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Halverson.
Yeah, the batter now,
Pete
Crow Armstrong. 0-for-3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out.
Crow Armstrong.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And that one is lifted in the air. Moniak takes it in for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Here's Nico Hoerner. First offering, and it just misses. And another ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk.
Now batting,
guy at the
first
plate was
baseman,
not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Turner.
So now Turner in on that right side. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Misses off the plate. And a count now 2-0.
No strike.
Horner at first, 1 gone. Fouled off left side. Swing, and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. Hit in the air, right field. Moniak puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman, Matt Shaw.
1 out left for the Cubs. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.